We're gonna stay in 3 up this whole episode because Discord decided to change stuff. I'm not gonna deal with it.
I haven't watched the video in so long. I have no idea what you're even talking about.
So right now, all 3 of us are on screen at the same time with the Rum and Cinema title below us. And sometimes I switch to a oneer where it's just one of us talking, like while the others are like drinking water, coughing, or whatever, Googling. Like if you want a long diatribe, Nate, I'll go to you on a oneer. Otherwise, I just go back to the 3
Look, if we just stop talking about Dune 2, it'll be fine.
Well, one of Jake's top 16 movies ever, so I don't think that's gonna stop.
Only until Dune 3.
Ooh, is that the Messiah one? Is that what it's called? The last Messiah of Skywalker, Force Awakens.
It's gonna be like Return of the King. He's gonna sweep at the Oscars in recognition of the trilogy.
You heard it here first. And
no one hears this.
Well. Hey, Dad, place a bet on the Dune 3. Hey, everybody.
Oh. That's great timing. I didn't do it on purpose. You just threw it out there.
He's just so satisfied at all times.
I try to just like
it
sneak
randomly
it in
happen.
as soon as there's like a lull in our banter.
Yeah.
I just look.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I know I have the intro that's funny enough, I just start. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Cinema. Today, we're looking at the surprisingly poignant Children of Men for right now.
Fortunately poignant.
Fortunately?
Yeah.
Is that the word? Okay.
Well, yeah. Given that it's for now.
Oh, unfortunately or fortunately?
Yeah. I said unfortunately.
Oh, I only heard the fortunately part, and I was like...
Oh. I was really confused by your reaction. I was like, nah, I'm pumped, man.
Nah, dude.
How dare you?
Thank God we're putting people in cages. It's available for rent or purchase. I bought it for $5. It was rentable for $4, and I was like, I'll probably watch it again. Today, joined by my guests Nate and Jake as always. Nate, what's the haps? Dune 2, buddy.
You just struck me with like a sense of regret that I didn't even think about looking at how much it cost to buy the movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, actually saying
I paid $4 to rent it. Goddamn.
Bought it for $5. What's good?
It's a steal either way.
I know. What a great movie,
Yeah.
huh?
It was a great movie. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it, and I think we all liked it, so it'll probably be boring.
Yep, it'll be a quick one. We'll play a fun game. Don't worry. Stick around for the fun game.
Yeah.
But first, go watch Children.
The movie was good. Rent it.
Stop listening to this. Go watch Children of Men and then come back. Even if you haven't seen it in like 3+ years, go watch it again.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth a rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It felt
and
very
spoilers
real right
coming quick and early. So
oh, very much.
So if you don't want to get spoiled, there's not a lot of spoiler-free movie.
Yeah, we got like a first act spoiler for you.
Yeah.
Jake, how you living?
Too.
I'm doing great. I had a great movie. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time we've kind of gone to, the first time in a while we've gone to a less contemporary movie.
Yeah.
Not to say it's an old movie, but
I mean, it's from 2006.
Yeah, so we're pushing
almost
20 years for this movie. So I think it's the first time in a while we've even gone back more than a couple of years.
Yep.
It was. I don't know how this one passed by me.
Right. Good one. I'm glad we decided to watch it. So let's just,
the wheel decided for us to watch it.
So let's talk about Children of Men. Children of Men came out in 2006, starring Clive Owen and others. There's a lot of people in here. Michael Caine's in it. Chiwetel Ejiofor, Julianne Moore. I thought I saw Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam's in there. He's the long-haired guy. Directed by and written by Alfonso Cuarón, which you may remember from such movies as Gravity, Roma. He wrote and directed both of those. He also did Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the good one.
Actually, I love that. I when I pulled up the trailer for this to show Taylor, one of the that really dated the movie for me. One of the things was directed by the director of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah. You Itu Mama Tambien also supposed to be really good. He would direct that. Yeah, he's prolific. And almost as importantly, the cinematographer for this movie is Emmanuel Lubezki, who you may know from such movies as Amsterdam, The Revenant, Birdman, Gravity, The Tree of Life, Children of Men. Like, if it has Sleepy Hollow, Meet Joe Black, like if it has great cinematography, odds are this guy had a part in it. That's a big part of probably what I'm gonna be talking about anyway. Is the way this movie was shot was incredible, and that made it amazing.
Yeah.
Quick rundown on the plot. So we start in 2027 in jolly old England, London, I believe, to be specific. And basically the world is in turmoil. I think the first 5 minutes of this movie are probably some of the best I've ever seen. You open with Clive Owen walking into a coffee shop, and you get like random sounds in the coffee shop informing you about what's going on. So we find out that the youngest person alive has died and been murdered. So we know that there's a problem and that people are just like not being born anymore. So the youngest person who was alive has been killed. And that's all over the TV, all over the news station. And it's like a lot of people watching it. So, it's like a huge story. Like people are in the stores just like stopped watching. And Clive Owen walks in, orders a coffee, walks out, turns a corner. 30 seconds later, boom, explosion. The coffee shop blows up that he was just in. Like, jolts you. Like I was doing work at the same time and I like forgot how this movie started. And I was just like, oh, all right, close the laptop. Here we go. This is sick.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Yeah. I was grading papers during this movie, and I'm like, I'll do both at once, right?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't long, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to pretend to keep grading because I just had to keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
I also, part of the discussion that led to this movie, well, it came from our game last time, but yep. I said then, I was like, I just heard about this movie earlier today, and it was from a different podcast, where it was listed as what this cameraman, he's listing his top 5 movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And this was one of them, and it was for the cinematography. So I very much watched this movie looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, I was floored. It was just incredible.
You'll be even more floored when you find out the lack of CGI in this movie. Like it's unbelievable what they did. Yeah.
Oh, everything but one thing was visually amazing.
Oh,
what could that be?
Oh God.
Yeah. It's a loving, amazing moment, Nate.
It's not. No, I think we're talking slightly different but related things.
Oh, what are yours? What's yours?
I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it.
I mean, we already said spoilers. All right, fine.
I'm not talking about spoiling. I just like that linearly we'll talk about.
We do tend to get distracted.
We do have a tendency to run astray.
All this to say, agree with what you said. And like, I don't know if it's like best 5 minutes I've ever seen, but I love the way they like immersively got you caught up to speed. Like, I think I'm on record as saying I fucking hate exposition. This was like
the
perfect.
Yeah, it's Dune 2 and exposition. I feel like are the two things that we know you hate.
Yeah. No, this was like a great way to like get you up to speed, not talk down, just like be like, oh yeah, shit's clearly going down. Even like information trickles in a little bit. Like they wait for some of it until like a later conversation with his buddy.
Yep.
Like it's still exposition, but it's like,
it's a great way of show versus tell exposition.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Tell exposition is somebody like walks into the room of that coffee shop instead and looks at Clive Owen and goes, "Did you hear the news? The youngest person alive died. Isn't that crazy?"
Oh yeah.
And then instead he hears it as part of the setting, and you're like, "Ah."
It was kind of cool specifically that it was playing on a news channel and everyone was paying attention except for the main character. That like really like, I don't know, for some reason it made it's more forgiving.
Yeah. Or is it just more like
to get our attention?
It's more obvious who we should be paying attention to. Also.
Yeah, well that too. It's both like making you pay attention to him, drawing attention away from the exposition, but you're like hearing it in the background like he does.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're missing it. It's a pretty clear. It's a pretty straightforward information to get across.
Yeah.
But then specifically, then like going outside, you leave like the coffee shop, and you can see this world is like not in good shape.
Yeah.
More so than it showed from the coffee shop itself.
Yep.
And then it just escalates from there.
Yeah, because in the coffee shop, it looks normal. It's weird because it's so packed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that struck me as odd, but you don't think anything else. You just think, okay, that clearly something happened. Everybody's infertile. There's no more babies, and then you go outside and it's like, oh my god, they're in like a war zone almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they
You know?
literally are in a war zone, like seconds later.
Yeah,
I think this movie would be near the top with Dark Knight for openers. Like the first 5 minutes of the movie, where you're like, "Ooh, I get it now. I'm set. You got me." Like the bank heist in the Dark Knight. Maybe we should watch the whole Batman trilogy soon. That'd be fun. I got to do that for my
You
Nolan
got a
rewatch.
lot of things to rewatch that you have to rewatch everything for.
I know. I have so many rewatched to do. I've been on this kick of like old me, 2 years ago me would have been like, I'm never rewatching a movie. Why would I ever rewatch a movie? I don't get it. Like, I know what's going to happen. My emotional feelings are the same. And then I don't know. In the
I
last,
already felt these feelings.
yeah, why do I need to do this again? But now I'm realizing like you watch a movie the second time and you're older and it's different. Like it's like a new experience, despite it being
I was about to say,
old one.
you're getting older, I think is what you're just
I know, yeah. My life has changed, yeah, more drastically than the last 10 years. I was watching a YouTube short or something. Is Quentin Tarantino talking about Inglourious Bastards and how he purposely never talked about the neck injury that Brad Pitt's character had. He had like the rope burn on his neck, and he said it's really interesting to him to think about the idea that 3 different people have a different idea of what happened to him, and because of that, they each watched a different movie, even though they all watched the same Inglourious Bastards. And I was like, ooh, that is sick.
That's interesting.
So all that to say, I'm now rewatching movies again and finding it interesting and fun, which is not something I would have expected myself to do. My wife, she watched the same movie 4 times in a week and still like enjoy it being on. I'm like, I don't.
And still glean new things from it too, I bet.
Yeah. Or like feel the same joy at like the funny moments that she likes, or like know that the despair is coming, but or like she also skips parts she doesn't like. So like that's the key too. You can like, you
that
can
would
just
drive
like
me nuts.
skip ahead the
that's
bad
not
parts.
acceptable.
I again used to be the same way. I used to be like, I can't even watch a movie in 2 parts. Like I need to sit there and watch the whole thing. I'm like, nah.
I can take a break and watch a movie in parts, but I'm not skipping any of it.
If you've already seen it, though.
Watch it in parts.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Except, I will say, I realized I said it, like, except Marvel movies, I'll go back and watch, like, an action scene.
Yes.
I don't need to watch the whole fucking movie.
That's exactly the movie she's
Sometimes.
doing it for. Those are the movies she's doing it for. Is like,
yeah.
exactly that. Like
I've
Star
rewatched
Wars.
the beginning of Infinity War, like 10 times. I've watched the movie like once or twice. I've watched that so many times.
She'll get to like the B story that's like the love story that she doesn't care about. Skip through that. All right. I don't need to see why Bucky Barnes has a boner for this lady. Scoot on.
I'll let the movie play, but I'll know when on a rewatch, I'll know that part's coming up, and I'm like, all right, I wanna do these dishes real quick while this is on.
Yeah, yeah. Your lullable moments, you know? LUL. Not LOL.
So, would you say you're about ready for the Megalopolis rewatch?
Oh, brother. I think, okay, honest truth here. Honest truth. Fuck, marry, kill. Okay? There's a movie you have to watch once a year the rest of your life. There's a movie that you erase from existence. And there's a movie that you have to watch once every 10 years. And you have to tell everyone about it. Okay? Those are the 3. Fuck, marry, kill.
Wait, I have to tell everyone about it. Do I have to like rave about it or tell them to watch it? Or
you have to say you enjoyed the rewatch. That's as far as you have to go. All right.
Okay.
Megalopolis. Amelia Perez. Rumors. So
Easy.
1 you erase from existence. No one's ever seen it. 1 you have to watch every year. And 1 you have to watch every 10 years, but you have to tell everyone how good it is.
Yeah. I think I have my answers pretty
Okay,
easily.
Jake, go ahead.
Yeah. I would watch Megalopolis annually.
Oh, okay.
I would tell people about Rumors and watch it every 10
Yeah,
years.
I could see that, yeah. And you would erase
then
Amelia Perez from existence.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And hopefully that includes me having watched.
it does. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Same for you, Nate.
Same answer. Yeah.
Oh boy,
We know you have your.
this is hard. I think I'd.
I think it's fun too. I was thinking as you're like, it's been a year for uniquely bad movies. There
Yeah.
were uniquely good movies and uniquely really bad movies. Like
We haven't had a
most
whole
movies-
lot of meh movies.
No.
yeah,
We really
it
haven't.
hasn't gotten like this. I can't think of a movie that got this reaction of all three of these movies for me too recently.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I think we're getting better at picking movies. It's like we're picking
Fair
the
enough.
indie movies that we're like hoping are like Paprika, but they're just shit. Like maybe this will be good.
Gotta shit, guys. Imagine
you
when
gotta
we
keep
find
trying
a
to
gold
find the
nugget
good
in
ones.
This big pile of shit, though.
Yeah.
Is this HIV needles? I'm sure there's one good one.
It's that from the was it the first Saw movie where she's
Oh, it
gets
was like
put in
the third
needle
one.
pit?
Dude, that's the next one. This October, I'm gonna watch every Saw movie. Yeah, that's the one.
We won't
I'm
be
not
showing
shaking
you.
my head at you watching every Saw movie. I'm shaking my head
Oh, that
at you.
scene.
No, at you listing another. Oh, I'm also going to watch all of these.
Uh-huh.
That's
Every
what I'm
month is
shaking
the
my
theme,
head at.
the month of the what?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm also
You're
finishing
already
one book a
You're already
month.
3 months late,
I'm already no, I've watched a lot. I'm at 16 movies, bro.
but you didn't have a theme.
The
You didn't
theme
have
so
themes for
far
me
has
or
been
whatever.
Oscars.
Oscars.
Thank you,
Okay.
fucking idiot.
Okay.
And new movies.
Roll my eyes.
Rolled my. I like how you said out loud. You rolled your eyes for the listeners. That was
Oh
nice of you.
yeah,
In
he's
case they
next
couldn't get
level.
it
I was-
from my tone of voice.
I was half a second from shitting on you, and I was like, "No, this is technically an audio medium still." Yeah.
That's also why, for the listeners earlier, I specified that we tend to get distracted easily. Just so
I was
could
I was
reference
waiting
it
for
at
my
this
moment to
very
jump in and be
moment.
like, speaking of getting distracted easily,
What?
how long's it fucking been?
Listen, I had a gummy. We're gonna have a good time. Okay.
Is it? Yeah. So then, scene 2.
So Clive Owen.
So we end
walks
with a woman
around.
walking out of the coffee shop holding either her arm or someone's arm. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
Yeah, it's a real Saving Private Ryan kind of moment.
Oof.
And then Clive Owen has like this desk job in the government, and he leaves and goes around a corner one day, and he's bagged and tagged and brought into a van and just kidnapped. And we find out it's his ex-wife, Julianne Moore. They had a kid together. The kid died.
I feel like we skipped the first conversation with Michael Caine.
Mark O'Kane. Oh yeah, Mark O'Kane is old school fucking weed head. Real.
Which I love.
grower.
I would have thought of Michael Caine
Well,
pothead.
It be Mark O'Kane.
He's
But
still
it was so
he's
good.
still playing like Michael Caine though character in that he was a brilliant political cartoonist
Yes.
married to a brilliant journalist, and then when the world went to shit they were just like fuck it and they just moved out into the woods and like had a compound where he grows weed.
Hell yeah.
He just like it's like the world is fucked and like I'm just doing what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, and his wife's like, is invalid the
She's
right
like
word?
went catatonic.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what happened?
I
They
think
don't explain what
catatonic.
happened.
Yeah, it's not really
I
explained.
assume
But she's
The state of the world is just
Yeah.
so fucked that it like broke
And
her.
they the government sends out like a stipend to everybody that includes depression medicine and a suicide pill. So you get both
Yeah.
options.
Again, that conversation, like this is the conversation where they keep filling out the world and talking about the commercially available suicide kits and the antidepressants in the ration.
And again-
in the rations. Yeah.
Yeah, done in a really nice show not tell way. Like this is
Yeah.
a genuine conversation they're having, and I'm a part of it, rather than
Yeah.
like a forced conversation.
Yeah.
While smoking
One-
some weed.
One way
Strawberry
that
cough.
Strawberry cough.
I don't buy that.
I want that.
I don't buy that for a second. I know it sounds great.
Let's find
but-
out.
I saw this movie described as like most of the movie takes place in the background. And
Mhm.
I think that was a really good way because they do a lot of the storytelling of, but it's not really subtle,
No.
but I don't know, just a perfect balance, I think.
Yeah, it's also not like I don't know, a bad version of this movie would, like we were saying earlier, it's like blown out
Yeah,
exposition
exactly.
everywhere, and it's a really
It's so natural.
Yeah.
but like you can't miss it but it's also very much in the background,
And
right?
it's not like confusing or ethereal. Like you're not like, ooh,
Yeah.
like you do wonder what happened, but you know what the consequences and the causes are, and you're like placed in the point in time where everyone's over what happened, figuring out what happened, maybe, or even maybe they have an answer. I don't
Yeah.
know. But they've all moved on to just accepting it, and this is how we're living now. And maybe because we're in a post-COVID world that feels more natural now, because like
Yeah.
I think most of us got to a point during COVID where like we don't really care why this happened anymore. It's just like now part of life.
Yeah, like, well, this is the reality, so, you
Mhm.
know, now we gotta just figure out, so what do we do now?
Yeah, you weren't going around all the time being like, so that bat, huh? Like that ended pretty quick. And I think maybe that experience led me to on this viewing, and this is what I'm saying again about like the first time I watched it was I was like 2009. I was in college and I took a film class. And the first day of school, that sounds so lame for a college. The first day of school, the first class, the professor, he like won an Oscar for something. I don't remember what, but he was teaching at UNO, University of Nebraska, Omaha. And he sits us down, and it's this big lecture hall with a movie screen. He goes, well, you're going to learn a lot about movies. You're never going to be able to watch a movie the same again. And if you're here for an easy A, you hit the fucking jackpot. So hang out.
Hell yeah.
We watched a movie every week, and then we had to write a paper, like 2 pages, explaining like the theory behind it. And the final was a student chosen movie, and he picked In Bruges, and I was the guy who brought it up. But it was 2009, so it was only a year old then. So it was like more impactful, I think. But he was like, "Oh, I love that fucking movie. Yeah, man, we're doing that." And I was like, "Yeah, I knew." And my paper was all about how In Bruges is an onion, much like all the characters inside of it. Got an A.
You just stole that from Shrek.
Oh, fuck, I probably did. The other paper I'm really proud of is I wrote a paper in college about how Dexter, the TV show, isn't about vigilante justice. It's about the inefficiencies of the police force. And I got another A for that. My like teacher came up to me. He was like, "You should write about this stuff." I was like, "No, I'm good, doc. I don't need to." But
And then you showed him your treaties on the Fly episode. And thought, never mind.
Oh yeah, he's out.
It's the turning point of that show. So third scene after Michael Caine. This is why people like podcasts. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're here for. They're not here for.
No one's here to listen.
They want to hear us talk, and then we happen to be talking about a movie. No one's here for the movie. I hope. Like that's what I need to like. My content breed needs to start thinking like that.
Yeah, and also no one's here.
We want to thank all our all the hours you've hit our subscriber goal.
Wait, whatever happened to what's their name?
I don't
Who
know.
recommended the movie?
They recommended they were probably just a PR plant by the distributor. They're like, all right, every movie podcast, go in and tell them to watch this movie. Yeah. They were coming up for a renew.
How far down the list do you think we were?
Third,
meeting their quota.
The third from bottom Excel spreadsheet worth. Yeah. It was an AI.
So you're saying we made the spreadsheet?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We're on the spreadsheet. We had 30 subs. Hey, that is.
We do have cinema in our name.
Yeah, that's SSO,
easily
baby.
scrapable.
SSO,
Marketing, baby.
Yeah, should we rename the show? Because like I don't drink anymore, so we can't really do, and we don't talk about drinks anymore.
I will go pour a glass of rum if it makes you feel better.
No, I don't care. I'm just asking.
Drink rum either, though.
I know that's my go-to.
I said rum and I like auto-corrected to scotch, which I barely drink either. It was just like a brown liquid in a glass.
Ooh. Poop water. So I just watched Austin Powers 2 again. It was so funny. And there's a scene where Fat Bastard's poop is in a coffee can and he pours it instead of the coffee.
I haven't ever gone back and rewatched the Austin Powers movies.
Funny.
And I know
funny.
Yeah, I know they're gonna be funny, but also like it's hard to get past some of like the it's problematic shit.
Oh yeah.
But also I know there's the disgusting shit in there.
Yeah, well only watch the second one. Fat
Bastard in particular.
Yeah, the second one's where they introduce Mini-Me and Fat Bastard. And it's like there's a Scotty don't. Okay. www.sh.com. .net.
Oh yeah.
That part. There's so many parts where I was like, I forgot Fat Bastard ate a baby. Get in my belly. Yeah. It's pretty good. So after they meet Michael
Very
Caine,
different movie.
Okay. It's gonna sound like we edited it, and then you're like, we need a segue.
I don't think we've
My
ever
only
been accused
goal-
of editing.
It's to fuck up, to fuck up your sense of continuity.
So the end of this movie.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
We haven't even gotten to the first twist.
Yeah. All right, you take over.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
You're doing great. This is
thank
not
you.
my normal criticism of you just like skipping through the movie.
Yeah.
I'm fine with us getting distracted and
Okay.
talking as long as we don't jump to a later part of the movie and
Yeah.
forget about 3/4
Okay.
of the movie in
Oh,
between.
I watched it this afternoon, so it's fresh.
Yeah, you're doing great on jumping to scene 3, scene 4.
Nice.
You're doing great.
Okay, so now Michael Caine, after that, Clive Owen gets bagged and tagged, thrown into a van. Julianne Moore's his wife. Kid's dead. Now you're caught up. So Julianne Moore has a job for Mr. Clive Owen, and the job is you need to get this person to a different country. In this time period in England, it's 2027, and refugees are being blamed for everything. What does that sound like? And they're being rounded up and kicked out of the country. Sent to cages.
Honestly, it's more reasonable when they're doing it because
Yes.
there is actually a huge problem with everyone in the world trying to emigrate
Yes.
to London, which I did enjoy Taylor's reaction. Like, she came in working late halfway through the movie, and I was like, okay, catch you up. Like, everywhere in the world has gone to shit except for England.
Yeah.
And her first reaction was, weird choice of like the only place that survived. Like, what are they doing that's so unique?
I don't know. They're an island.
Except that it was written by a British person, I assume.
Alfonso Cuarón may not be British.
Mm.
Mexico City,
I was
actually.
wondering because
They know how to queue.
Indeed.
Like in the line?
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay. Although the opening scene in the coffee shop may tell you
No,
otherwise.
that's in the letter. But so
As in
yeah,
the
in this
letter?
world there's
I'm just pretending like I'm on a huge delay. There's a TikTok I really like of the guy, okay, like on a news report, right? You know, there's like the guy in the field. And like
Yeah.
they're talking back and forth. Okay, so the TikTok was like, it was like that guy ordering at a fast food restaurant, and it's the same guy doing both bits. He goes, "Hey, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you?" Thank you. Yeah. I'll take a that was a visual bit for you audio listeners. Head to Spotify or youtube.com/@RumCinema to check that out. We're at whatever minute this is
very
in the
different
podcast.
strategies.
The podcast timestamps are the exact same as the video, so don't worry. You don't have to like scrub a dub or anything.
God forbid.
So she doesn't tell him why this person needs to be moved, and she takes him immediately to like I'd call it a compound. It's not like the Michael King compound though. It's like just like a safe house, I would say. And introduced all these characters that are like they're very wary of Clive Owen's character. Like Chiwetel Ejiofor's there. A couple of people. Oh right, hang on. Before they get to the safe house, I forgot. Like the coolest scene in this movie. Julianne Moore's in the front seat with Chiwetel Ejiofor, girl, other lady, and Clive Owen are in the back seat.
I was trying to think of the others. Like, I was like, did they go to a safe house before this?
No, they
It's
didn't.
Like,
I totally
You're
forgot.
not skipping this.
I did, yeah. The best scene in the movie. The reason I picked
And
it,
she didn't
yeah.
really take him to the safe house.
Yeah, that's very true. Whoa. Give him 30 seconds, all right? So they're going down, and then one of the best shot scenes I've ever seen. And go look up how they shot it. It's no CGI. They cut a car open and like strategically place where the cameras are so they can see a 360 of the car. And you see every angle. And it's the way it starts is so amazing. It's Clive Owen and Julianne Moore playing this ping pong game, which probably is CGI. Now I think about it. It's probably just editing. But anyway.
I bet they did it.
All in one take.
Yeah. That was the hardest part.
Yeah. Editing that back in. You're right. So they're doing this innocent game, and then all of a sudden, like from the background, because you're from Clive Owen's point of view, so you can see kind of towards out the front of the car, you see a flaming car come down the field and stop in front of them. And then, like a zombie movie, hundreds of people are like converging on this car and trying to stop him and lighting it on fire. Then 2 guys on motorcycles come up and start shooting and hit Julianne Moore in the throat. She's bleeding out, and Clive Owen is like holding, and this is all a one shot. It's a oneer. So you're following the whole, I mean, it's like a cut up oneer, obviously, but maybe it's not actually. I think there are some wipes.
To me, but
yeah.
No, it was one continuous shot.
Camera rotations, but like
there wasn't any like quick
cut,
pans. There wasn't like a whip pan or anything. Yeah.
Maybe
there's a VFX guys react to this, and it's really good. VFX crew, whatever those guys are. So yeah, do the look around, and then Clive Owen like badassly like opens the door on one of them and fucking flips them and shit. So Julianne Moore's dead. They get pulled over by the cops. Chiwetel Ejiofor pops to the cops, dead. They drive off to a safe house. We're introduced to all these characters, and the main character that they're trying to smuggle, her name is Key. And Key and Theo, Clive Owen's character, in a room, and she reveals that she's pregnant. And we find out that like the thing that hasn't happened in like 19 years or something has happened. Yeah. Like the first kid to be like the first baby being grown, like the first pregnant woman is happening right now. And that's who they're trying to smuggle.
And then the idea then they say, so apparently there's this organization that's, they're not even 100% sure that it's real. Some people are saying it's rumors, but
no one directly interacts with
them. Name of them.
Is it like the
Human Project?
The Human Project, yeah.
The Human Project, yeah.
And apparently they have like doctors and scientists, and they're the ones who are, who if anyone's going to solve this issue, it's them.
It's probably like what would be equivalent to today of like a brain drain of doctors. Like if COVID happens again and like RFK Jr. is like, well, we're not gonna do anything about it, and all these dogs are pissed, like they would go on a boat and be like, all right, come to us, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're looking for her.
Yeah, and
they're looking to get this baby.
Things happen really fast in the safe house. Like
after that point in the movie, it just like doesn't stop. It feels like.
Yeah.
It's like a really good DJ
like,
set. Like you get, it's like a really good DJ set. Like they hype you up really, really high. And then like, as you're starting to think, I need to take a break, the music comes down with you and like, oh, okay. And then it like lulls you back, and then bam, there's another thing, raises you back up immediately back to where you were. And then like keeps playing with those levels with you. And yeah, it's very melodic the way this story is told from an intensity standpoint.
So they're deciding what to do with this compound, right? This compound it's the Resistance.
La Résistance.
They want to sort of take over because London is the last remaining government in the world. They think they can do it better. They want people to join their uprising, and but for now, their goal is okay, we need to get Key and her unborn baby out to wherever these doctors are, and it's hard to get in contact with them. But they have a plan that they're gonna they have to go somewhere and meet her in some port.
Yep.
So the everyone goes to bed, and it's our main guy,
Theo.
I started tabbing out.
Clive
yes,
Owen.
Theo.
There you go.
Theo can't sleep, wakes up, cigarette, he's just wandering out, and he sees the people come back. Or he hears them first, and he hides because he's like, oh, it's the people that were in that car chase.
It's the motorcycle that killed Julianne Moore. Yeah.
And so he's like, oh shit, and he hides. They come in, and so from his hiding spot, he's able to listen, and they're talking to the new leader of the Resistance, that Luke, that was in the car with them.
Chiwetel Ejiofor,
and they're talking, and it was clearly a setup, right? It was all a plan for them to ambush the car. I don't think it was necessarily part of the plan to kill Julian. That might have been an accident.
No, I think so. Or no, did he say he was trying to, and then because he was going to kill Theo for sure?
He said we can't. He said if shit, I forgot the pregnant woman's name?
Key.
Key.
If he said if Key finds out that we killed Julian, then
That's
it's
right.
over.
That's right.
But I don't. You could.
You could interpret that as like it was an accident and she can't know because we won't be able to explain it.
Yeah, because she will abandon them.
Yeah.
But like I don't know what their plan was otherwise.
I just
Like
bury the bike. I mean, if nobody sees the bike in the helmet.
no, what their plan with ambushing the car is, because that was clearly a setup.
Yeah.
So what is it to do other than
They wanted
it could have been to kill Theo?
I think later on Luke has this. He says it later. He's like, "We want to keep her here. We want her to give birth here.
Yeah.
They don't want to get her to the boat. They want her to stay with them and be part of the resistance."
I assume they killed Julian because she was the leader and she wanted to send her there.
Yeah.
But like, if they would have killed Theo, that also would have prevented the plan from happening.
But I think that no matter what, the ambush was supposed to stop them. So that way,
I see. Just stop
so
them.
Julianne Moore could have been an accident either way.
Yeah,
Even with that
right.
reading of it, it could still be an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, man, we all 3 different movies right there. Like Tarantino was saying earlier, like it's crazy.
So so anyway, Theo finds out, okay, they're gonna keep the baby here. They're gonna kill me because he's just loose ends anyways. Well, they don't know that he's heard them at this point, but that was their plan in the first place, so certainly they'll try again. So anyway, he decides, okay, we got to get out of here. He goes, sneaks around, he wakes up Key,
and their doula.
and who's that is what she is, right?
Yeah, she's essentially a doula. Yeah, I don't know her name in the cast or the. I'll look it up. Keep going.
Red's lady.
A side note here: the IMDb top cast is really weird for this movie.
The which cast?
It doesn't list Key at all. It doesn't list Key until like the 40th person down.
Oh yeah, it is by
what the fuck?
Oh, it's Miriam is her name. Pam Ferris played her. I think it's by order of appearance, not by order of importance. On
I see.
Yeah, in credits order, so it's by order of appearance. That's why like Diego's character who died in the TV is the first person.
Only shows up as part of a news clip.
Yeah.
Like watching him juggle.
Oh.
Yeah, right. But so anyway, Theo goes and he wakes them up. Wakes up Key, wakes up the doula. He's like, hey, you got to listen to me. They're trying to keep us here. We got to get out of here. Key trusts him implicitly because she trusted Julian implicitly, and she said, trust Theo.
Yep.
So she's like, all right, let's go.
Which is funny. Julianne Moore's character's name is Julian. That's awesome.
Yeah. Convenient.
Yeah.
But they escape out of the compound. Right. It's not without its difficulty, and it's definitely a tense moment. But they manage to make it out.
Oh, actually, I really loved. I loved how exciting they made a scene where none of the cars worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. It seemed like a tense car chase, but the cars
were getting out and pushing the cars.
It's the slowest, most intense car chase I've ever seen.
Yeah. It was good. And another one of those where once it's going, it starts happening. Like there are things happening in the foreground and the background. Like I really like when they got around the corner with the car. Like basically they ride a car that won't start downhill. He's disabled all the other cars, which I also loved.
That was cool.
Like that storytelling. We have no idea who this guy is. Like they talk a little bit in the car. Julian is like reminiscing about how he was an activist, but like he's clearly like. She tells a story about him like dosing a bunch of cops with ketamine when they catch him.
Yeah.
Like offering them some beers and dosing them. So like clearly he's into some like pretty guerrilla stuff from this 20 years when the world's gone to shit. But like he immediately just goes out, like disables the first 3 cars and then gets in the last one. Like he knows exactly what to do. Yeah, that was good.
Show don't tell. Another great.
And then another car scene with the camera, just like I doubt I wasn't paying enough attention to know if that one's a continuous shot, but it was very just going and going the whole time it's happening.
Yep. Yeah.
It's really good.
And all while you're right, neither car is running. Like, it's so cool. Yeah, it's you don't really notice it until somebody brings it up. It's nice.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like showing he knows what he's doing. Like they get down and he manages to turn the car, and then another car comes careening down and like runs into the ditch.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know.
Yeah. So obviously Clive Owen needs a place to hide with his new friends, Key and Miriam. Miriam's into like some real granola stuff too, like
Yeah.
It was interesting. Like it
Christian
seemed
granola.
like they were going for all these different splinter religions crop up in the wake of this, hopelessness.
Which you would that would
Because
kind
there's
of make
like the
sense.
Christian or the say again.
That would make sense. Like, why can't
Yeah,
we even
I
have
mean it's
kids?
not
Like,
unexpected,
yeah.
but yeah, they're like cults, like splinter cults, like doomsday cults of Christianity in the streets in London at the beginning. There's like there's multiple of them. They're asking which they're talking about the different ones.
Mm.
It seems like the doula is into some kind of like Christian mixed with voodoo
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
going on.
Naturalist Christianity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the
Vegan.
roots.
Literally. That was a Garden of Eden joke. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. I didn't get the laugh I wanted, so I had to explain it.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
okay,
it.
okay.
Always pays off.
Yeah. I added a new segment while we were chatting. I'm gonna read the Letterboxd reviews every once in a while. Just throwing some good ones. And I think this one's poignant for what we're about to explain. So, Clive Owen needs a place to hide. He drives off to Michael Caine's spot. They come up with a plan. They get fed. They get bathed. They get taken care of. Feeling good. Key learns about Clive Owens' past, Theo's past, and what he and Julian went through. And alarms start going off the morning they're going to leave. And they have this plan, and the people that were chasing them found the compound and started to jump in. So the husband and wife stay and push everyone out into a car and send them on their way and get them ahead. And we can, we don't, I guess we don't have to assume they explained it again. Michael Caine sets up for his wife to die, and he goes out to confront the mob. Well, it's like a small gathering, more a gang. And just distracts them and doesn't say anything. And they find stuff from the house, like plans where they think they're going to go. And he doesn't explain anything and just keeps saying, pull me finger, and gets killed. And
Yeah.
the Letterboxd review to go with that is, in quotes, emotionally, pull me finger. Like, so perfect.
That's pretty good.
So they kick.
That's brutal. It's
Yeah.
like such a sad scene.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's cool. Like his like bravery.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
killed his wife and dog before he went out. He
Yeah.
gave
Yeah.
them the pills, the suicide pills the government issued.
Yep. They were ready.
Showing priorities.
Yeah.
He clearly setting up to kill his wife, and then he goes outside, and it's very clear, obviously, that he's going to die. And I said out loud, "But what about his dog?" And then the guy comes out, with his dead
Comes
dog, and I
out.
was like, "Oh, thinking, good man."
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog would have attacked him, I'm sure. You
Oh,
know.
for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't have taken that. I noticed throughout this entire movie, there are so many dogs,
Yes.
which I take as like everyone just getting dogs and
What happened-
having children,
What happened during the pandemic?
right?
Everybody bought a fucking dog, or a pet or a cat or something.
Yeah.
I thought of another one. Because again, we haven't done older movies in a bit. Which Oscars did it win? It's a good one to add in there. And which should it have won?
Children of Men one?
What? Children of Men.
won
Yeah.
Oscars?
It did.
Good.
I
I assume cinematography.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
No, it definitely won cinematography.
It got no wins.
Best. No, it did. Best cinema. Oh no, it was Pan's Labyrinth one.
Yeah, it got 3 nominations, no wins.
Fudge. Film editing went to The Departed. Cinematography went to Pan's Labyrinth, which I don't know, man. That's rough. And then Best Picture went to
And turning on Pan's Labyrinth.
The Departed. It wasn't even nominated for Best Picture.
No, it was writing for adapted screenplay, cinematography, and editing.
And Koran wasn't up for best director either. It was only 3 they had. They had best sound editing, I think.
I mean, I'm
No,
sure
it
I'll
was
be
it was
pissed if I
writing for
hear what.
adapted screenplay,
Yeah, you said that.
cinematography, and editing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be pissed if I hear what all of the best picture nominees were for that year. But
Oh yeah, do you want to hear it?
like, it's not. I think this was like a very good, like it was definitely thought provoking, and it was a great action, like a great thriller. But
Yep.
like, it's not like, I don't know if it's like best picture winner caliber material to me.
One movie that was up was The Queen, a 2006 movie about the Queen's and the family's reaction to Princess Diana's death.
Oh, that's just Oscar bait.
100%. Little Miss Sunshine, which was incredible, and I'll let that go. Letters from Iwo Jima, Oscar bait. Babel, I've heard that's really good actually. It's it's Inarritu. It's the guy who did Birdman, who would use the cinematographer from Children of Men.
Mm.
And The Departed. All right, that one won. That's fair. That movie rules.
Oh, there you go.
But cinematography,
Tough competition.
cinematography definitely should have been this. It was Pan's Labyrinth. It was Black Dahlia. This, The Illusionist, and The Prestige. I forgot that was the double magician year.
This is weird too. So the 5 best actor nominees and
Mhm.
the 5 best actress nominees, of those 10, only one of them was in a movie nominated for best picture.
And it was Helen fucking Mirren who won. I'm assuming rightfully so because it's Helen Mirren.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio up for Blood Diamond, not The Departed. Strange. Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness. He did not slap anybody this Oscars. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg was up for The Departed. That was great. He had one great line. He was really good in that. I'm the guy who does my job. Who the fuck are you? Love that line. That's so good. Speaking of very good, Children of Men. So this is the longest episode.
I love it.
We started by we need to go back to the part where Ben's like, this will be short.
I mean, we have a lot of good things to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing it. They're doing well, having a good time. Where was I?
What?
No,
Michael
they're
Caine
not
is
doing
dead.
well.
That's the last
Oh
Caine
yeah,
is
Michael
dead.
Caine's dead. I forgot. Sorry. Rip. Alfred.
It moves. It definitely moves quickly
Yes.
from this point, I would say.
We can condense this
Um,
part. Yeah.
Harder to talk about. It's mostly the third act action
Oh.
kind of goes through the whole way.
It's visually stunning, and like the scene that I thought was like where I stopped. I was not as interested after the scene that happened in the end of the movie. When they're walking down the stairs with Key, the baby, and Clive Owen. I thought that should have been the end. That was like to me that was the end of the movie, and I thought that was really good. I get why they kept going and like did that, but yeah.
That part, by the way, did remind me with because with Michael Caine as the pothead, it reminded me of on one of the casts we did, a past cast, future cast. I said I want Luis Guzman as Alfred.
Yes.
And you said you want Luis Guzman playing Sir Michael Caine's part. And I'm like, okay, well, here's Michael Caine playing a Luis Guzman part.
100%. 100%. And Luis Guzman would have done it better than Michael Caine did, I think. I agree in this case. Which way do you guys need to go? So the plan that was hatched by Jasper, Michael Caine's character, is we're going to get you put into this refugee prison where I have people on the inside who can get you a boat, who can get you to a buoy that will get you to the boat. And to the...
Nailed it.
Tomorrow is the boat. Was it the Human Project?
Yep. Yeah, it's the Tomorrow.
Yeah. So they do exactly all those things in a row. Jasper tells you what the rest of the movie is going to be, and that's the rest of the movie. In like some of those beautiful, well shot, well thought out, well paced scenes of action you'll ever see. This movie is so tightly written and so well constructed that I feel like the script is worth it for most amateur wannabe screenwriters or known screenwriters to get like a re-up. It's much like In Bruges for me. I love In Bruges so much because there's no wasted moment, and that's how this movie feels. Like I don't think I could make it shorter and have it be gaining anything, whereas I think a lot of movies nowadays you can. Just under 2 hours.
I
This
agree.
one is.
Which I was gonna say, yeah, it's under 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it's like
It's like an
1:45
hour.
before the credits hit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's perfect for like 90 to 2 hours. Like for a good movie, hour 45 is perfect.
Yep. And then every once in a while you can approach that 3 hour mark and be okay, or a little over, like The Brutalist, RRR,
It's gotta be
Others.
an epic.
Oppenheimer. Yeah, Odyssey. I'm sure will be when that comes out.
Mm.
So they do those things. They get caught by this friend of Jasper's, and taken to the bus to be taken to a refugee camp, which looks horrifying and was like depressing, and even more so now because of current like political climate that America has decided on. Yeah, it feels like way more real now, and it's like 2027. It feels like so Mirror versus Looking Glass, you know. And I think that's a wild thing that this movie can do is still be this relevant and like be pretty accurate, minus the like disease and like the reason for all these things happening. So
I mean, they did call out a flu epidemic. In the
yeah, they
movie
did.
too.
Yeah, that's what took the kid out. Theo and Julian's kid. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, it predicts the future really well, and then you live in it, and they get taken to the bus by Jasper's friend. The bus driver kicks off Miriam because she's trying to save Key from, or the bus driver, one of the like ICE agents essentially, comes in, kicks her off. There's just burying people above ground, just laying them down, massacring them. And Key and Theo make it to the place they're trying to make it to, and they find the statue of the soldier that they're supposed to find with the yippy dog lady that they're supposed to find, and she takes them to a safe spot. And then the next day, they wake up to go, and there's a resistance rose up, and they're chanting through the roads of the refugee camp and breaking out, and they kind of like breach the walls. And Jasper's friend comes back, knocking on the door, pointing guns, after he finds out that the night before, Key gave birth to a baby girl. And now it's Key, a baby girl, and Theo. And Jasper's friend recognized Theo and Key on the TV from the night before about being wanted for murder and needing to be caught by the cops and having bounty on their head. And he's like, oh, now you have a baby too.
Big reward, yep.
Yeah, guess you got a bigger reward now.
Are we at the part, Nate, where we have your bad CGI?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the birth.
No, not the birth.
Is it not the actual baby?
Oh,
yeah,
the baby.
It's the actual baby.
Yeah, they
The
didn't have a
baby
real
is
baby.
terrifying.
Yeah,
But yeah, I get that they can't have a real baby. 2007 CGI just wasn't up to the task apparently.
And it was like wrapped up, so it was just like
it was awful.
Yeah.
The first scene when it's born and it's not wrapped up is like
Go ahead, explain it.
again,
Explain the beauty
it's
of
not
childbirth.
it's I'm just trying to think because it's not that it was like a realistic view of like birth that it's messy. It was that the CGI was awful. It looked like a little golem. It was horrible.
That's fair.
And it didn't get. I think they did a good thing wrapping it up to just the face for the rest of it. They were like, "Oh, we can't do this."
It's necessary for the budget. Wrap up the baby as soon as we can.
Just as tight as possible.
Like I assume if they did this now, it would be fine.
Yeah.
But like that baby was a little CGI demon,
Yeah.
and I hated it.
Yeah.
And then Sid reacts. This is so. Because you talk about it, and we're quickly approaching like when they go down the stairs and like I think I find it believable that that's how people would react in this world.
Yeah.
And Sid is like the most villainous character. I think that like just has no reaction to it and it's just like that thinks about like the profit that he's gonna make.
Yes, exactly.
Just fucked
his
up.
reaction like shows his villainy very well.
Yeah.
He's also
especially.
weird.
He is weird.
Right? Like
he refers to himself
talks
in the
about
third
himself
person
in the third person.
the whole time.
Psychotic.
Yeah.
Taylor was here by now, and as he's driving, he keeps saying, Sid's gonna do this, Sid's gonna do that. And it's like, Sid is fucking annoying. Like immediately, I already wasn't on his side.
Yeah. Again, quickly let you know he's a terrible person. We don't need like a
Yeah.
5-minute background movie. Lines of dialogue that he says well.
Yeah.
And acted well. So baby's born. We're escaping. We jukes it out, run, because Eastern European lady with the dog is on our side because she sees the beauty of a baby in this world of no babies and helps them break free. They run out into the crowd of people stomping around and like marching on the walls. And we see an old friend. Uh-oh. Chewie Tell Edge Foreign Group are back. They found you. Now they're chasing you. They grab Key and the baby, take her off. This is another one of those moments where like we're following him, Theo, into a bus as there's like gunshots happening and like blood splatter gets caught on the
Yeah, it's a
camera
really
and
cool
stays
scene.
there.
Yeah.
Like,
That especially here, one at this point during the movie, I was thinking this is one of the best war movies I've ever seen, and it's
Yes.
not a war movie.
yes.
I mean, you can argue that it is, right? The other thing is the camera in these scenes is almost distracted,
Mhm.
right? Because the camera is almost like another person. They're following the action. It's shaky, right? It's not like a smooth, stable camera. It's shaky as if it's someone running there with you, like with a hand cam. And as like the characters are running through and like trying to escape, the camera will stop and look, and oh, there's a mother holding her dead son, like her dead adult son, and just crying.
Yeah.
And like the main characters run past that because they're running for their lives, but the camera stops and lingers on it before coming back. So it's like the camera's getting distracted by the world around it a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so it's like the camera's a person too,
Yeah.
I think it really helps you. I think it always switches to that in the action scenes in this movie, and it helps
Yeah.
them like feel really immersive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious, I guess, because like I think that's not so uncommon nowadays. I wonder where this was in the trend of doing that.
I think pretty early. I feel like he was like,
Yeah,
this is kind of the one they point to.
when
Was
was
like
when was Cloverfield Lane?
Cloverfield Lane or Cloverfield?
The first Cloverfield
Cloverfield.
had to be after 2007.
2008.
Hey,
Yep. That's all, but that's
Nice.
like literally just a person with a steady cam.
yeah,
So,
that's
like we
the
know
extreme.
that that's a character. But
Yeah,
this one is just
no,
like
no,
yeah.
that's the extreme.
I see what you're saying. I see. Okay. That's like what the eventual lead up was to.
Yeah, if it had been a few years after it, I would have been like nailed it.
Yeah, like if this was like an art genre, like that would be like the start of the post that art genre. Like,
Right.
Um.
And then we end with Nickel Boys. Perfect.
Oh wow. Damn, dude. Write an article
I didn't
about
mean
that,
to blow your
and
mind,
we'll
Ben.
probably get screeners sent to us. Yeah. So baby's born, getting chased. Chewie Tell's group has them, and Theo breaks in, finds Key and the baby, gets to escape, running. We're getting clashes of peoples coming after together, and then the baby cries as they're going down the stairs, and we see all the resistance refugees smiling, stopping, staring at this baby, like seeing a baby for the first time in probably their lifetimes even. Go around. And now it's the fighters, like the army, like the state running in and yelling and then seeing this baby and doing the exact same thing and just stopping. And like the whole world stops for a second as like they realize that this thing happened. And then they get outside and the same thing's starting to happen. And then someone from not in that area, not experiencing that thing, launches a rocket and disrupts everything and kind of shakes everyone back to reality. And I think that was really a wild scene.
Yeah, it was amazing. The war stopped
Mhm.
to let them pass, and I was wait because I'm like, aren't these oh? And at one point, some soldiers come up, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna stop them and say, hey, don't know what the hell's going on or how you have a baby, but that's coming with us, right?
Right.
I was waiting for that, and I got scared because some soldiers came up, but they just came up to look.
Yep.
They just came up to look at the baby because, like you said, they haven't seen one.
Yep. And like before this happens, Chiwetel's character is telling Theo, Clive Owen's character, that we need the baby so they know, like, because the baby's going to cause violence and our resistance wants violence. We want an uprising. And like Theo wasn't about that. He said he didn't think that was the way change should happen. And he was right. Like, change can happen like that if everyone's experiencing it. But again, the rocket comes from someone who wasn't and like resets everything. So like, it was cool to see that as like a, yeah, you can do it, but it's fleeting kind of thing. That was interesting. So they find the Russian lady again with the dog. They get taken to a canal, into a boat, to a buoy. They're found, but Theo's shot and probably dying.
Yes. While they're waiting, they finally row out to the buoy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, oh, she starts panicking because there's blood all over the boat, and Theo's like, "It's okay, you're okay. It's me. It's my blood." He got shot by Luke.
Yeah.
So he had actually been shot for a while. He got shot before they had the moment of silence walk through the crowd. It's just the adrenaline kept him going, kept him rowing the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And his fate is uncertain, right?
Yeah.
They're on
No,
this
he
boat.
dies.
We
I
can
mean, I
assume he
guess the
dies.
doctor could save him.
Yeah. I mean, there's a boat full of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're he's shot and he loses consciousness.
Yeah, I
And
guess that's true.
as he loses consciousness, the boat pulls up, and it's a boat full of doctors and medical equipment.
It's the same ending as In Bruges. Spoiler if you haven't seen In Bruges. It's the exact same ending. It's Colin Farrell being loaded in after being shot into the ambulance and saying, "I really hoped I didn't die that night. I really did." And it's like, oh, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah.
And I don't think it's relevant if he dies or not to the plot.
Nope.
Because the plot is about the baby, and they do answer that question, right? As the movie fades to black and the credits start to play, it just plays the sounds of kids and babies laughing and playing.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it lets you know everything was okay.
Yeah. It was great.
Interesting.
It was great.
That is not where my mind went listening to the credits, honestly. I just
That's because you hate everything.
No. I wasn't like
He was
not wanting to. But
no, he was waiting for the way that
me
like
think of
Marvel would do it, and it's just like goes to black, and then like you have to wait for all the credits. And at the end, like you see the baby.
Yeah.
You see like a person come up to like a bank teller, and they're like, "Hey, we need your mother's maiden name on this form," and like we just see the back of the kid's head, and it looks like an adult, and then like they hand a paper. They're, "Oh, all I knew Raz was Key," and you're like, "Ah."
But then it's like
that should be the new bit. If every movie had a Marvel stinger.
Is it Dylan? Dylan will be back in Children of Men too.
Children of Men.
Grandchildren of Men. Yeah, there you go. No, that's the third one.
No.
That's the prequel.
Yeah, when it was playing, it just made me think of like, I think at least 2 or 3 times they talk about how the world is different without the like sound of children playing.
Yes.
And they have a lot of quiet moments. They have the quiet moment at the school, etc. And they like, I think they purposely emphasize how quiet it is.
Yeah. Kids are loud.
So yeah, I was just when the credits start playing in that's what I thought they were going for, was just like that is the sound.
This is your government issued depression medicine. Here's some kids laughing in the background.
That's what they play.
Our archival footage.
One of the Letterboxd reviews is Children of Men. No, I am child of Julianne Moore. Another
Julianne
one.
Moore was so cool in this movie, and then out so quick.
Immediately gone. Yeah. Last one is only things worse than the end of the world are flip-flops. he steals flip-flops from Jasper's and gets his feet all cut up.
I wish there would have been one more scene where he had trouble with footwear, and I would have called it out as like a theme in this movie. Because like when
It's like
it was conspicuous to me when he sneaks out and he hears their plan. He goes out
barefoot.
barefoot
Yeah.
or in socks or whatever, and it's like called out, and then they hang on him being in the flip flops, and then later his feet get hurt,
Jacked up. And then they
and
give him
then
some shoes.
the refugee gives him a pair of shoes,
Yeah.
and so I was thinking about it the whole when he gave him the shoes about like what there's like something about like when shit hits the fan, make sure you have shoes,
Yeah. It's
and
in
also like
Zombieland,
the
isn't it?
kindness of refugees,
Yeah. And
and just all that stuff.
it's like if Quentin Tarantino's fetish had BDSM. Like that's kind of what this movie was. So yeah, I love this movie. I think it's really good. Cinematography is amazing. The story was well told. It was fun. And
Yeah,
like
I
really
like the
and depressing.
moral gray of just everyone is. I feel like, well, the government's bad the whole time, but like
Yeah.
everyone else is like good and bad at different moments.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
it's
he is universally good,
Yeah.
but
one thing I saw in this film, I didn't quite pick up on it myself, but uh it's a return of art to like life and the streets instead of
Mm.
right, because at one point in the film, when they're showing like, government people with money and things like that, they often talk about art, collecting art. Oh, what happened to this art piece? Can we recover this? And the background in those buildings is art.
Mm.
But then when shit hits the fan and they're in this like real life scenario, when Key first shows that she's pregnant,
Yeah.
she like strips down and she does the Birth of Venus pose.
Ah,
So she becomes Birth of Venus.
cool.
And then the mom holding her adult son, it like dead in her arms.
Yeah.
That's a famous painting.
Oh yeah, it's like
You
the
know,
death
the
of
yeah,
Jesus or something. Yeah.
yeah. It's Mary with Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and there were more examples,
Mhm.
but they frequently, those real life like visceral scenes is like,
Mm.
it's all taken from art. So it's the return of, okay, no, art isn't this thing that's collected by the rich. Art is real life, what
Whoa.
happens in real life. And
That's
I was
so
like, oh,
sick.
that's sick.
That's so cool. I'm gonna repeat that for the rest of my life. And like just like that joke. The two jokes I told have both been for TikTok. Like they hit really good though. So yeah. Did this movie hold up? I think it's like
Oh yeah,
maybe more
it's
relevant now than it was in
yeah,
2006.
it became scarily relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wild. So yeah, Children of Men. Go buy it. It's only $5 to buy, 4 to rent. What idiot would just rent it? That's crazy. So thanks for listening. We're gonna get to the game. This game. So here's my goal for the games. I'm trying to like make them kind of be relevant to the movie we watched now. So I was like, all right, do I do like something about children, like nepo babies? That might be fun. Like, hey, who's the parent of the person in this movie? I was like, I don't know if you guys would get those. Those are tough.
No, we would not.
And then I was like, maybe something
no
about like
names.
end of the world movies. I was like, okay, we've known enough of those. So this game is called It's the End of the World as We Know It. You are gonna pick the world event that ended the world in this movie.
Ooh, okay.
And then you get to pick a number of point categories. If you would pull up the doc, you'll see these point categories laid out. It's director, year released, level 1 main actor, level 2 main actor, level 3 main actor. You have to do those in order. You can't just skip to 3. But yeah, right, you know what I mean. And then description, small, medium, large. Again, can't just skip to large. Got to do all 3 before. And you get 3 guesses at what the movie is. So you pick either zombies, disease, or alien for the world-ending event. And then you can straight up guess the movie if you want. Just try it. Maybe you'll get 8 points. Or you can get as many of those categories as you want and get up to 1 point, maybe.
Okay.
All right. So, Jake, pick the end of the world event you want. Zombies, disease, or aliens?
Give me a alien movie
Okay.
and give me a main act. Wait, can we do them piecemeal, or do we have to pick our
Oh, piecemeal, baby.
selections?
Piecemeal.
Okay.
You want an
All
actor?
right. Give me a small description. Then.
Small description. Let me find the log line on IMDb. Okay. Aliens have landed.
Suck it.
Give me a main actor.
Forrest Whitaker.
Give me a medium description.
Scientists interact with aliens.
Give me a
Yeah,
second main actor.
Yeah, you do get 3. Okay, so now you're at 4. You have 4 points. Right.
I don't know who Forrest Whitaker is.
That's okay.
Oh, you fool.
Jeremy Renner.
Ooh.
So Jeremy Renner, Forrest Whitaker. Aliens have landed.
That throws
and
me. I had a couple
aliens
guesses.
and scientists are interacting.
Oh, wait. No, I have it.
Is it Signs?
Nope. That's one of your guesses.
Is he? Who's in Signs?
Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I was thinking Joe Kwan had that look.
Joe
Kwan.
Give me a large description.
Wait. Oh, I can't.
You can't steal.
Scoop
Nope.
him.
This is number 3. So this is for
I'm
3
text
points.
Ben that I know the answer.
I figured you do.
To be a dick.
A team of investigators enter giant spaceships all around the world and are trying to communicate with aliens.
Here's the problem. Jake hasn't seen the movie.
I was going to say, I don't think it's one that I've seen.
I was sure you've seen this movie.
Mars Attacks.
Nope.
Different
I
vibe.
actually didn't put that on this list because I didn't think you guys have seen it.
I love. Oh, God damn it, Jake.
Son of a bitch.
Because now I'm like, I need to name an alien movie that I haven't seen.
Yeah, but after your third guess, Nate can steal it with however many points are left.
Oh,
so you might as well use them.
Wasting my points.
Yeah,
I know the movie.
So you give me the third main actor.
Strategy.
Third main actor is Nate. Do you want to say it? It's the biggest one.
Oh, what's her name?
Amy Adams.
Okay, I have problems with actor names.
Yeah,
but
you're fine.
Year released.
Year released is 2016. You're gonna be mad when I say the director.
Who's the director?
Denis Villeneuve of Dune 2 fame.
You fool.
So you can get 1 point if you get it. Otherwise, Nate gets a point if he gets it.
I actually don't know.
All right, Nate, do you want to steal? 1 point if you get it.
Actually,
Jesus
I
Christ.
think the last actor changed it for me.
Okay.
No, I had something I was going to confidently guess, and I don't think Amy Adams is the person. Oh, no, it is. It is.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a rival.
It's a rival.
I was going to go off your text, even if you tried to go against yourself 3 seconds later.
Well, for some reason I'm picturing a different actress as the main actress.
I know. Rachel McAdams and Amy McAdams, and they all kind of look the same to me, too. I'm really bad at those when it's like movie pyramid. All right, Nate has 1, Jake has 0. Nate, what do you want to pick? Zombies, disease, or aliens?
Aliens.
Aliens again. Here we go.
I will take a...
You just want to guess?
No.
Pussy.
I'll take a small description.
Aliens are on Earth.
God damn it. Hate these. Yeah, I'll take an actor.
Rory Culkin.
Year released.
2002.
What the fuck is Rory Culkin? Oh wait, yeah, Signs.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
I know.
Did you know off Rory Culkin's?
Well, I knew Rory Culkin was Signs, and for the record, I would have guessed Aliens Signs immediately.
Yep. As soon as Jake said Signs, I was like,
Wait, you just gonna throw out a Signs?
Don't change the movie now. But no, I didn't have to. All right, cool. Good job. So Nate has
Tell us
6.
my 6 points.
Jake has 0. Jake, what's your next choice of death?
Give me a disease.
A disease. Okay.
And give me. I was gonna guess a disease movie.
Again,
Um,
they might be zombies, but I'm trying to pick ones that are specifically not zombies.
right? Like what is it if it's this disease turns them into zombies?
Right. I tried to keep that separate. So these should only be like
So
even
they
if
have to be mythical zombies.
no, even if they act like zombies, they're not ever mentioned as zombies.
Yeah, I'm saying they have to be magical zombies to be zombies.
Yeah, you have to be
That's what
known
we
as
were
a zombie
saying.
also. Yeah. Like if it says a zombie movie, then it's a zombie movie, you know.
All right, give me a main actor.
A main actor. We're gonna give you Charlie Tahan. Yeah, that was a bad one on this one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wait, what do you mean by that was a bad one?
Choosing an actor was a bad one for this movie.
I see. Give me a description.
Zombies are
A
on Earth.
plague kills most of humanity.
Oh, wait.
And a medium description.
A sole survivor in New York of a plague that transformed the rest of humanity into monsters struggles to find
He doesn't know it. He doesn't know
a cure.
I can see the movie art, like the box cover
What does
of
it
the
look
guy.
like? Describe it to us.
Isn't it like where it's just like kind of a silhouette zoomed out of a guy and he's walking down the street
I think that's one of them.
between two buildings.
Yeah, probably.
Jake suffers from having not watched
Or is
any
that,
movies.
I think you're thinking about Inception.
What? That's not Inception.
Inception is.
I don't know what the
box
art
art.
for Inception is.
I think it's what you just described. I got pulled up. Let me look. See, there's one like that. Not really. Oh yeah, kind of, but not really.
All right, give me the large description.
Years after a plague kills most of humanity and transforms the rest into monsters, the sole survivor in New York struggles valiantly to find a cure until the end.
All right,
He's also a
And people bitch it's nothing like a movie. And people, I feel like there should be some cutoff here.
Nope.
It's the bullshit.
Oh, okay. Because
Nope.
the other one, you're gonna get your points plus only one of mine. Is that the complaint?
Yes,
Too bad.
I'm pissed that you can just burn. You can always burn down the points.
Nate, there's always an out for me to make fun of you. So here it is. Jake, yeah, you wanted the next actor? Alice Braga. Actually, I'll give you two.
Actor might actually give it to him.
No, I'll give you two. A German Shepherd.
Nice.
Yeah.
He is key.
Major. But not literally.
Like I said, I can't remember the name of the movie.
Who do you think
Just
is
give
in
him
it?
the last
Who do you
actor,
think is in it? Who am I going to say?
Is it
if you
not
say
Will
actor?
Smith?
Okay, it is Will Smith. I'll give you the
Okay.
movie. I Am Legend.
Oh yeah.
You got 3 points for that.
Never saw that.
I know. You did good. You knew it.
Oh.
You just didn't know the name.
Wait, what just happened?
Jake got 3 points.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I came up with the movie. I
Without,
just don't know the
without
name.
seeing it. That's
You
pretty
came
impressive.
up with the actor.
Yeah, you got there.
Yeah, I knew what movie it was. I knew what movie it was
nonsense.
after the small description.
This is
Should've said something earlier.
nonsense.
Nate, it's 6-3. Which category would you like? Zombie, disease, or alien?
Coming up quick.
Zombies.
Zombies, all right. Yeah, you should get this one. And do you want a guess, or do you want to hear one?
Train to Busan.
Nope. 2 more guesses. You want to guess again, or?
Zombieland.
Nope. 1 more guess.
World War Z.
Nope. You're gonna be
Worth
so
a shot.
upset. You're gonna be so
This
upset.
is
Yeah.
sick.
You burned 2, and then you.
Nope.
So you get 8 if you get this right. Jake.
Okay. Oh, I just get it one more guess.
Yeah, you get 1 more guess.
Oh, what's the Shaun of the Dead?
That's it. You know what's hilarious?
You know what my big clue is you saying Nate's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. You know what's hilarious? Nate, we're done with that category now because you literally named every other movie that I had listed.
I was gonna pick zombies, and I was gonna say Train to Busan,
Yep.
and then Zombieland, and then I would have been out of guesses.
World War Z was the other one. All right. So, Jake, you're ahead 9-6. Do you want a disease or an alien movie?
Wait, I thought I had 3.
You had
And then I
3.
got 8
Oh,
more.
yeah, you're right. That's 11. This guy's a teacher. This guy's a math teacher. That's awesome.
He just decided to take away your petty points since you got 8 points.
No, you're ahead 11-6. Disease or aliens? This is the top of the last inning. So you get go, and then Nate gets to go, and then
Give me aliens.
Aliens. Okay.
Independence Day.
Nope. That was one of them.
Give me main actor.
Main actor, Lizzie Kaplan. I didn't realize she was in this.
Doesn't help. Thanks. Give me a small description.
There's an alien on Earth.
Don't know why I asked. Go straight to the medium.
A group of friends follow an alien on Earth.
I already knew the answer from the
tape
actors.
it. Did you hear that last part?
Yeah, but it kind of made me doubt my
okay. That's
one
weird.
guess.
I figured to give it away.
How these are world-ending
Sure.
scenarios?
Yeah. I mean, I think if a giant alien attacked Earth, it would be an apocalypse situation. I don't know about your life. Do you want the year? I bet it'll give it away.
You're so dumb, Ben.
Is the year 2000?
2008.
No, I can tell you the year, Jacob, but you want to blow your mind.
Wait, it can't be.
What can't it be?
Never mind. It's not that. Okay. Is it? Oh,
You have
what's
3
it
guesses.
called?
You have 2 more guesses. Just guess one.
I know. It's the issue isn't what do I guess. The issue is
Can you explain the movie to
what's
me?
the name? It's got that big kaiju creature.
Okay.
But that's good enough.
Not yet.
No. Oh my god. It was a big deal, and I thought they were gonna have a sequel.
How's it shot?
No, they did have a sequel.
I hate this so much.
I bet the word of the original movie's in the sequel title too, huh? It's crazy. You don't know.
Giving him hints.
He doesn't know either title's name, even though we mentioned them both during this podcast.
No, you weren't supposed to say that.
I'd drop a point
during
off
this
for that. Don't
podcast?
worry. Yeah.
Literally during this podcast.
Yeah. Nate mentioned it about 30 minutes ago. If that. No, it was more than that.
In specific reference to this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I even said the year of the movie earlier. Because we asked, is this movie out before this one? That's another type. That's another.
Oh,
hint.
right.
2 more points for you. Nate, you get 5 if you get it right, though. I've been keeping track. One more guess, Jake. Do you have it?
Wait, one more guess. I haven't guessed at all.
You guessed twice.
You lost a guess for taking too long.
No,
No, he's
remember?
only guessed once.
You guessed twice.
It's like a giant kaiju movie. Does that count as
No,
a
no,
guess?
no, because you guessed Independence Day right off the bat, and I thought you guessed another.
That's right. No, I only guessed once. Not like it's. I'm either gonna. All right, give me the large description. I'll see if that clears it up.
A group of
A
friends
giant kaiju. You already
using
said this.
a VCR camera, handheld, holding it, where TJ Miller's doing the voice, is going around New York City in 2008, following around.
That's TJ Miller.
Yeah, following around a kaiju who, at the end of the movie, we find out from a Ferris wheel video, came from the ocean or landed in the ocean. I can't remember which way they show it, but yeah. All right, you have
God,
1 point if you get this right. 5 points if Nate gets it right after you.
that's so stressful.
Shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be stressing this hard. on a different podcast, everyone who's listening to the podcast after we record it, that's like listening right now, is yelling at the whatever listening device they're having as the answer. And that podcast calls that the closest they'll ever come to a ghost experience. It's like people interacting with you, but you don't know it. So a bunch of ghosts right now are yelling this movie.
Feel their spiritual psychic energy berating you.
What do you think it is, Jake? This is your last guess. No more clues.
I don't think I
think
can.
Ben picked
I'm
this
not
one
gonna
on
come up with
purpose.
it.
Jake or Nate for 5 points.
It's Cloverfield.
Cloverfield. And what's the sequel of Cloverfield?
I like that movie.
2000. It came out in 2008.
2 years after Children
What's
of
that?
Men, when we talked about, hey, do you think that handy?
I said I like that movie too.
I know it's really good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You said that earlier too. You said it was a movie like.
I was gonna bitch about whether it's actually an alien, but I'll take it since I
It's an alien.
got the points.
Is it known to our universe, Nate? No,
It
then
can be a
therefore it's an
monster,
alien.
Ben. No, that's not how that works at all.
What do you think an alien life form means? Not of this earth.
Is
right?
a werewolf an alien?
No.
It's
It's a
or is-
supernatural, paranormal event.
this is described as a monster.
Yeah, but not like one that you'd be like,
Aliens can be monsters.
Yeah.
People can be
Yes,
monsters.
oh, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Sure.
Nate, was he a normal person or a monster?
Yeah. If there's a Martian Hitler, is he not a monster?
That's a good question.
All right, Nate, you get disease.
This
And
just
I hope you've
makes me
seen this
think
movie.
of. I'll talk about it after.
All right, so it's tied, Nate. 11-11.
All right. Well, I better just get a point then.
Yep. Would you like first?
To make Jake suffer. So it's a disease.
Huh?
Okay. I'm still gonna try my best.
Okay.
Give me an actor.
John Leguizamo.
I know that name, but I cannot put a face to it.
He was in Ice Age.
Give me another actor. That helps.
Zoe Deschanel.
Ooh, Zoe Deschanel in a
Mhm.
movie about a disease that ends the world.
Mhm.
I have no idea. Third actor.
Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh, The Happening.
Yeah, nice job.
Oh,
I forgot about Zoe. The only actor I can remember
forgot
for that movie
Zoe
is Mark
Deschanel was in it.
Wahlberg.
yeah. That's shocking to me because I love Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah.
Me too.
She's
I don't think
my
she
second favorite Deschanel sister.
Jake,
Rude.
you're down 5. For 6 points, if you can name the other disease movie I didn't get to that I had written down, since you guys guessed every other one on there.
Birdemic.
What's the other disease movie that I had written down?
Oh, I almost said The Last of Us, but that's a show. And
That's where my mind was too.
yeah,
Arguably a fungal invasion.
Was that Alien?
actually, I don't know. I can't think of very many disease movies. That's why my last choice was for Aliens, because I'm like I can name some alien
Okay.
movies.
It was.
Do you count? Because we talked about the zombie thing.
Uh-huh.
Would you count like 22 days later?
28 Days Later. And yes, I did.
That one.
Because they specifically
Okay.
say they're
Yeah, it's a
like
disease.
hyper
Also, they're coming out
aggressive.
with the
28
third
years
the
later.
third of that movie.
Right.
I haven't seen any of those.
So the first one you literally
Pretty
couldn't
good.
see anywhere. You could only buy the DVD used on like eBay. That's what my wife did. And then 2 weeks later, after they released the trailer for 28 Years Later, everyone freaked out that you couldn't see it anywhere. And they put it up on video on demand for like $10 to buy. Pretty funny. So yeah,
And
28
rent
days
it
later.
for $4.
That's right. Buy it for 10.
That's not worth it.
Nate, Jake. Oh, it's worth it for everybody listening to us during this amazing podcast. Thanks for joining me as always. Thanks for listening. I closed my doc, so I don't have anything to read. I usually read this off.
Yeah, it really changes from cast to cast.
I hope you enjoyed the chat and the movie as much as we did. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Also, we're on YouTube at youtube.com/rumandcinema. No, youtube.com/@rumandcinema. You get it. Subscribe. Let us know what you like. What do you want to see next? Speaking of what to see next, I recommend for 2 weeks in a row, Severance, Apple TV Plus season finale. Watched it. Unbelievable. I'm so pumped for season 3. What a great show. What a great build. It's been fun. Go watch it. I also started a book. I was on a walk and I started a new audiobook. And it feels like it was written by me for me. Like that's how fun the writing has been and like how quickly I adapted to their writing style. It's called I'm Starting to Worry About What's in This Box or something like that. Give me 2 seconds.
It's also titled for you.
For your convenient ingestion.
Shit. Oh, I'm starting to worry about this black box of doom. Somebody's traveling across to get to DC by July 4th with a big box. And the way they tell the story is fun because they're like in present tense, but then like every once in a while they'll throw in a fact that's like the box corner was blown apart not soon after this and was sold on eBay for $650 to a true crime like fanatic. And like those little things like sprinkled in, you're like, oh, how's that gonna happen?
I heard that same exact story, only instead of July 4th, it was January 6th.
They flew there with their names on the ticket. Redacted. Yeah, Severance. Great. Go watch.
Nice.
Nate, do you have anything? A song?
We're
maybe?
catching up
A
to
book?
recommendations again. I don't think so.
Board game?
I already talked. Nah, we don't play board games anymore.
Damn.
I
was a fake fan.
Did I recommend? Did we talk about White Lotus yet?
No.
Gardening tip. We haven't talked about White Lotus.
I haven't
watched
seen
White Lotus. I don't know what White Lotus is about.
Oof.
And the only exposure I've had to White Lotus is I have in the fridge right now the White Lotus collab Coffee Mate flavor.
Is it good?
Interesting.
And it is Thai iced tea, or it is Thai coffee. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a anthology show where a bunch of it takes place at a different like ritzy, really expensive, all-inclusive hotel. And it's just the shenanigans of the people who work there and are staying there, and it's like usually a murder happens, and it's crazy shit.
It's just about how white people suck,
especially the rich ones. Yeah.
Yeah, particularly the rich ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's very stressful.
Oh.
Taylor, as someone with anxiety, like this, it's so stressful the whole time for her. It's just like the social tension, I'm talking about you.
The awkwardness.
That helps, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This season is I think the most intense one so far for me.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
Sick.
It's also like, to be clear, it's like black comedy or dark comedy. It's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Yeah, really enjoying that.
Nice.
I think I wrecked Daredevil last time.
Yep.
That's all I'm watching right now.
Nice. That's good. It's good enough. Jake?
I probably have recommended this before in its previous iterations, but I think this season 3 is the best season so far of the Wheel of Time.
Oh.
Has not a great reputation.
Oh.
I think largely from the book readers. The book readers of the Wheel of Time say they changed too many things. Me, who has not read the book, I'm like, hey, this show is great, and it makes me want to read the book. And this season has definitely just been. I think the one that they've come into making the show, and then 2, they've done enough of the fantasy world building that now they can just kind of let the plot fly,
Sweet.
And also this season introduced as a very minor character, albeit, Claire Hope Ashity as an Aes Sedai who plays Key in Children of Men.
Damn,
Hey,
that's sick. What a tie
I
together.
don't think I knew there was a Children of Time show.
Wheel of Time.
Children
Wheel
of
of
Men.
Time. Sorry.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yep, it's on.
Children
it's
of
on
Time
Prime.
is a book.
Oh,
That's very good. Okay.
Have you
I-
read Wheel of Time?
Wheel.
I read the first book. I have not
Okay.
read the entire series, which is
of
like so many books long.
Fortune.
But yeah, I'd recommend you check it out. You have 2 seasons and change by the time you get around to it. Probably 3 seasons to watch. So
Hell yeah.
there's be plenty there.
Dope. That's great. Well, we hope you enjoyed listening to this, watching this, whatever you're doing. We enjoy you. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your rum. Enjoy your cinema. We'll see you next time.